"Welcome to Al-Adliya Airport," he read on a sign which hung at the huge, nice-looking building. Among the crowd, anyone could point him out as a native of the island. From his ancestors, he inherited the light brown skin, dark hair, thin body, fairly big eyes, and the light touch of sadness on his bony face. His grandfathers used to sail 4 months a year, half naked, under the glaring hot sun, to dive for rare precious pearls. They would desperately look for the pearls of their dreams, which were guarded in the bottom of the sea by the murderous sharks and awaited for on board by the greedy shipmaster. Whilst for the rest of the year, those forefathers were toiling barefoot to plant in the inhospitable land so as to avoid starvation and paying heavy capitulation to the invaders who had been dominating the power, passing it from fathers to sons until it reached to the current rulers. However, it was not the old days anymore, he thought. Neither was it the near past when he himself, as a member of the politicized student movement, was detained many times and subjected to physical and mental torture, leading him to flee the country and to undergo long-term mental treatment. Now, after 17 years, it could not be the same. Yet he was not sure how much the wounds of the past would influence his destiny. "I'm afraid you have to wait to complete some procedures," said the officer. "Someone will lead you to the waiting hall," he added. Obediently, Hassan followed a policeman, not only because he had been expecting some routine interrogation, but also because deep in his unconsciousness he bore scars of beating and humiliation as a result of disobeying men in similar uniforms. At the waiting hall, the cool air and the light sound of classical music were working on his body and soul. He stretched himself out on a row of chairs at a corner and fell asleep. It was dawn when he awakened the next day. "Prepare yourself, they will call you in a few minutes," said the armed policeman who kept a distance. "Why did you come?" asked one of the 2 unofficially dressed men who were interrogating Hassan in the small, dim room. I heard about the changes. I thought it's time to put the past behind me and to have a new start," answered Hassan, feeling like a schoolboy in front of a headmaster holding a thick stick in his hand. "Well, you thought wrong," said the other man while moving his heavy body slowly to be right behind the chair on which Hassan was sitting. "Unless you prove your loyalty," he added. "I have always been loyal to my country," said Hassan in a protesting tone without looking back. "So you still insist that you were right and we were wrong? Is this the new start you are thinking of?" asked the man standing in front of Hassan. Before Hassan could find the right words to answer, he received a sudden blow from behind on his right ear that knocked him off the chair against the hard wall. He almost fainted when his body hit the floor, feeling severe pain in the ear and the neck. And while trying to rise up, the fat interrogator who hit him pressed with a heavy shoe on the fingers of his right hand. When Hassan was brought back to the waiting hall, he was in bad shape. He was trembling, and despite the artificial cooling system in the building, the sweat ran down his face and beneath his clothes. Thank you.